Last time we looked at how these tools can change the way you search for information online. Today, we go a step further. Because searching is just the beginning. What if you could have a conversation with a tool that actually helps you think through a problem, generate ideas you hadn't considered, and organize your thoughts in minutes instead of hours? That's what we're covering today. And by the end of this video, you'll have seen it working in real time. Most people have heard the name ChatGPT. It's been in the news, people talk about it at work, you've probably seen it mentioned online. But a lot of beginners aren't sure what it actually does, or whether it's something they could realistically use. Here's the simplest way to think about it. ChatGPT is a conversational tool. You type something to it, it responds. But unlike a search engine that points you to websites, this tool actually engages with what you're saying. It asks clarifying questions, builds on your ideas, and helps you think through things you're stuck on. The best comparison is having a really knowledgeable friend you can talk to about almost anything. Not someone who lectures you or gives you a list of links, someone who actually listens to what you're dealing with and helps you work through it. That's what makes it different from anything most people have used before. And today we're going to show you exactly what that looks like in a real situation. We're going to use ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas for a real decision. Something most people can relate to. We're going to ask it to help us think through starting a side project. Maybe a small online business, maybe a creative project, something on the side alongside a regular job. This is a perfect example because it's the kind of thing where most people have a vague idea but don't know where to start. They feel stuck before they even begin. Watch how quickly that changes. We're going to start with something simple and real. We'll type, "I want to start a small side project, but I don't know where to begin. I have about 5 hours a week, and I'm interested in technology. Can you help me brainstorm some ideas?" Watch what comes back. Instead of a generic list, ChatGPT asks you a follow-up question. It wants to know a little more before it starts throwing ideas at you. That's actually a good sign. It's behaving like a thoughtful person, not a search engine. We'll answer its question. We'll say, "We're comfortable with computers, but not a programmer. And we'd like something that could eventually make a little money." Now watch what happens. It comes back with a set of ideas that are actually tailored to what we told it. Not generic suggestions you could have found anywhere. Specific ideas based on our specific situation. And for each one, it gives a short explanation of why it might work for someone like us. Now here's where it gets really useful. We're going to pick one of those ideas and go deeper. We'll say, "Tell me more about the first one. What would my first steps actually be?" And it maps out a real starting point. Not overwhelming, not vague, just a clear next step for a complete beginner. That's the difference between feeling stuck and feeling like you have a direction. This is how people are using these tools every day to make faster decisions, get unstuck on projects, and think through things that would normally take days of back and forth. The more specific you are with what you tell it, the better the response gets. It works with what you give it. So describe your actual situation in plain language, and it gives you something genuinely useful back. You don't need any technical knowledge. You don't need to set anything up. And it's completely free to try. If you've ever felt stuck on a decision or a project and wished you had someone smart to think it through with, this is worth trying.